Hi guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back. I haven't actually recorded a painting video for a long time because I did a whole bunch before I went on vacation, and I took a painting class while I was on vacation. Actually, I'm going to show you something. This is actually one of the pieces that I painted while I was in my class, on the painting class that I took on vacation. It is I'm not sure what brand the paints were, and the artist just mixed them with Floetrol and a little bit of distilled water. And I was trying different techniques of like the straw blowing on this yellow that I mixed my cup and I put it in. I was using some different colors than what I normally use. I haven't used a lot of greens, I don't think, and this, I don't know, I just used a bunch of colors that she had to see what would happen, and then after I practiced blowing that out with the straw a little bit, then I put the yellow zigzag this way, and I blew it out on that side, and then I turned it around, blew it out on that side a little bit. I have been practicing with Krylon UV resistant clear gloss acrylic coating. Anyway, I've been practicing with that clear gloss spray just to see how well the paintings turn out. And I didn't like this painting very well at first because it was something I did that was different for me, but now that I've coated it, I really like it. That coating makes the colors pop a little bit. But anyway, I haven't painted since the painting class that I took on vacation a couple of weeks ago, and I've been dying to use up, I know the last few videos I've done have been these tiles using the Windsor blue, powder blue, silver, and white, all in Windsor Newton Galeria, but I didn't think I was going to have enough left over to do another one, but it looks like I might. So I might just try it and see what happens. I don't know if I want to coat it. I finally bought some squeeze bottles, and I tried to make my own line, and I tried to mark the ounces. And what I did was I put in up to the 6-ounce line of Floetrol, and then I went up to the 3-ounce line, or up to the 9-ounce line with white paint. So that would be 6 ounces of Floetrol and 3 ounces of white paint. That's the 2-to-1 ratio. And also I had it on the kitchen scale, and whenever I got it up to about the 6-ounce line for Floetrol, it said around 200 grams. So I also made sure whenever I put in the 3 ounces of paint that it was another 100 grams so that it could be, so that I could try to use that 2-to-1 ratio. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it down on the tile first, or if I'm going to flip the cup and then put the white paint around the outside to maybe help it spread. I'm not sure that there's quite enough paint, and this is leftover paint that's been sitting here for almost a month. I'm not sure what we're going to get, but I was just curious to give it a try and see what happens. I don't even know if it'll come out or what it'll look like. I haven't tested the consistency. This is just leftover paint from the last 5 tiles that I've done. I started out with the intention of doing a 4-tile set, and I had enough paint left over to do one extra one, and here I'm going to try a second extra one with leftover paint. And the reason I want to try maybe adding this to help it spread, because I may not have quite enough paint, and also I want to see how the consistency is whenever it comes out, because I haven't used it since I mixed it up. I may need to add a little bit of distilled water to thin it out some. So we're going to try it and see what it's like. Oh my god, I'm not sure that that's going to work, because that is so thick. And it has sat there for so long, and I was not in the center. But I'm going to try this around this edge to try to help it spread some, and to give myself a little bit more paint because I didn't have quite enough paint. But the white's a little bit thick too. I may need to add a little bit of water. Wow, that's still so pretty in that cup. I like to let it just sit for a minute on its own and see what it wants to do before I start tilting or anything though. It's really, the cells are pretty. It is kind of pretty, it's just really thick. I'm not sure how it's gonna work out once I start tilting it. I know I'm slowly tilting it a little bit. I can tell. Trying to help it get over here to this side where since I had it already over to this side a little bit too much. You might be able to hear my dog upstairs. She's laying in the hallway and I think she's accidentally kicking the dresser in the hallway. Yeah, you can tell that's really, really thick. The blue's really thick because it's sat, that paint has sat there for almost a month in that cup, in this cup. I'm not a huge fan of mixing up a lot of paint ahead of time. But that's what I've been doing a little bit the past couple of weeks. Since I haven't been painting, I've been mixing up some new colors and they've just been sitting for whenever I'm ready to do more paintings with new colors. I know we've got some cells, but I just want to see what else I can get. I'm almost afraid to try tilting or anything because I like that, what that blue looks like. It's so thick. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a slow one since the paint is really thick after it's sat there for so long. And my white obviously needs thinned out a little bit too. Oh my goodness. So thick. I'm going to turn it around. This right here kind of looks like a little owl to me. I wonder if I can save that. Sorry, I'm talking very quietly. I'm very tired today for some reason. It looks like a little owl. I'm going to try to save that. My grandmother loves owls. My mom keeps seeing owls in all of my paintings. It's quite funny. Oh, let's squish that up. We don't want to lose that either. Eventually I'm going to have to go to the corners if I can. Oh, that's really not going very well, is it? Here, let's turn it this way so that we can save that. Sorry. Try not to tilt it away from the camera too much. I do have a corner catcher, but I'm not sure where it is. Yeah, we're just gonna use my fingers and try to save some stuff here. Oh, my little owl is still there for now. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to keep it or not. This paint is so thick. But it's just leftover paint that's been sitting there for just a couple days short of a month. Trying to to be able to see that, but I want the camera to see it too. Try and use my fingers to catch the paint. I don't know how well this is getting in the camera. I think I'll eventually get there though, so that's good. I'll eventually get all the sides and all the corners, I think. I hope I'm not in the picture. Oh, my little owl is moving. I don't know if I'll save that little guy or not. What I could do is put more white paint down there to try to save that little guy, but I'm not going to. I don't know if I can save any of that with my fingers or not. Maybe. I normally talk a lot more while I do this, but like I said, I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what would happen if I used this leftover paint. I think I'm going to like it. It's just taking longer than normal because the paint is too thick and I don't have quite enough, I don't think. But we'll get there, I think. First of all, I'm going to make sure that these sides are all covered. They almost are. But I have this extra paint on my gloves where I was holding paint from falling off. And now what I'm going to do, I was going to torch it, but I don't want to get all this paint. Here, let's see. Let's set this down here. I don't know if I can save any of this or not. I mean, you never know. If I do anything in the future with, I do have a bunch of little cups that have tiny little bits of leftover paint. If I ever do one pour using all the little bits of leftover paint, I might want to use this. I don't know. There might not be enough left to use or enough left to worry about. I like how the white, this new white that I put down, I think is what's coming up through a little bit. That's really cool. Sorry, I think you can hear someone's alarm clock. Now we'll just try to get this last corner over here, if the paint will move at all. Maybe take, I don't know. I know I'm tilting away from the camera, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to get this in the view of the camera. At the same time as trying not to let too much paint run off so that it doesn't all get covered. Okay, now that, whoops, now I touched this other side. And I didn't end up going back with it the way I wanted. See, like right there, there's a spot that didn't get covered. And that paint from my gloves helped. Yep, we ruined the little owl. I never managed to save the parts that I really like in a painting. But I'll find, as I look at this, as it dries, I'll find other things that I like. And I'll just go around and scrape underneath. And that's something that I will do a couple more times as it's drying. I don't know. I kind of see the owl if I look at it on this side. I don't know if there's any way that I can kind of see like one eye and one eye, but he's kind of deformed. I don't know if I can stretch him out anyway, so that he's not deformed. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if he's really there or not, or if it's just, I don't know. I'm liking all the way that the different colors are showing up. And this new white, these cells here is from the new white that I laid down around the outer edges of the circle that came out of the cup. So that's cool. I think that's cool. This corner down here doesn't have as much paint as some of the other spots beside of it. Sorry, I'm just looking at it and seeing if there's any other way I can stretch it or anything else I can do with it. There's one little bit of that Windsor blue that's showing up right there. That's really cool. That used to be one of the owl's eyes, I think. That could kind of be one of his eyes over here and one here, and that could be his little beak. And that could be his body, in a way, like a wing. But he could just be a little bit deformed. I don't know what this is over here. This looks really cool over here. This looks cool with that Windsor blue streak, like, through there. Some of these, like, almost cells with all the multi-layers. All the different rings of all the different colors. And this new white made some cells over here. All in all, I think it's pretty cool. The paint was a little bit too thick because it sat for a month. My white paint is a little bit too thick. I think I need to add some distilled water. But all in all, it was a slow go, but I really like it. And this will go really well with the one from my video on Tuesday, because my video on Tuesday was with these leftover paints, and it turned out, and it ended up blending to make this kind of, this shade of blue overall. So this one kind of goes with that. So that's kind of a pair. I ended up getting a set of 4 and another pair out of these colors. So I'm really happy with that. Sorry, I'm scraping this up. I still have leftover paint and I don't want to waste it. Someday I intend, and I keep saying this, to do a pour with all of my leftover bits of paint. And so this, I mean, there's not much in there, but that could be a teeny tiny layer in it. Or I could pour it in a, or I could just, I don't know. I don't know how I could do it, but I don't want to waste it. So we'll just scrape up what we can and put it back in this cup. I don't have my palette knife to scrape this off the table. I don't know if I can use my glove and scrape it off the table or not. Okay, I think that I'm going to leave it like that and just see what else happens. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos with anyone who you think may be interested. And if you have any recommendations on anything you'd like to see me do videos of on my channel, please let me know. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos with anyone who you think may be interested. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like to see me do on my channel. Let me know if there are any specific colors that you would like to see me use in a pour. If I have them, I can try it out. If I don't have them, I can maybe see if I can get them. And have a blessed day. Bye.